Hey, what's going on, guys? We live here, Birmingham, Alabama. Checking in, man. Shout out to everybody, man, in Birmingham, man. We posting on Instagram now and on Facebook, man, that we live. 30 days straight of streaming. We're in our Airbnb, man. I got my president right here with me today, Reginald Hollins. Full day full of baseball today. We locked in, man, today, man. You see, I got my Grays jersey on, Adidas chain, 42. Minority Baseball Prospects hat, man. Craziest thing that happened to us today. Just walked into this Airbnb. Rooms crazy today, man. This week, SEC tournament packed out. SWAC, man. So all the rooms are crazy, man. So we Airbnb here in Birmingham, man. Stupid location, man. Downtown. Dope little spot, man. Shout out to everybody who on the Airbnb hustle. And going crazy, man. Shout out to Black College Sports Network, man. Our producer, Roy Evans.
Shout out
for looking out, man, and producing this show. 30 days straight of streaming. And we locked in, man. We locked in and ready to rock and roll. Recap from the day. We got in about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Central Time to catch the first game of the SWAC tournament. SWAC had a decent crowd. It had some schools that came in. If you see my Facebook post, we're going to talk about that too as we go with this first game. Who we had the first game today, Reg? We had Bethune-Cookman versus Bethune versus Texas Southern. Yeah. Man, it was a great game. Started off good.
Texas Southern jumped out the gate, actually.
Yeah. Texas Southern jumped out at early on Bethune. Bethune looked like they had a little sleep in their eyes on that early game. But I'm gonna tell you, man, what cracked the game open, man. Cameron Douglas with the bases loaded bomb, man. Maybe one of the hardest ball I've seen this year. Rickwood ain't no small field. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hit it out of Rickwood, dead center, right center. So stupid game right there. Great game. Man, shout out to Texas Southern, man. Texas Southern fought hard into that back end once they had to bring out the starter. Alabama State kind of took control. Like I say, that big time hit by Cameron Douglas really propelled them for that win. So I'm 1-for-1 right there on my predictions in the SWAC tournament. Bethune, took the first one from Texas Southern. Who would that lead off? Augusta for Alabama State.
Alabama State, number 2. Augusta.
Yeah, number 2. The lead off man, Fireplug, man.
Yeah, all it does is get on, man.
Yeah, man, Fireplug today, man. He got on. Then behind him, you got one. You got the big time Warren Cruz. You got Warren Cruz in the 2-hole. Was really aggressive today. A little too aggressive on the low, but really aggressive today. Got a couple knocks, and then you got Cameron Douglas who swung it well. And then, man, that whole lineup pretty dope. Then you got the MVP Collegiate League All-Star, also a product of Pat, man, head coach of Wheeler. Wilbert swung it well too, man.
Yep.
Yeah, but shout out to Texas Southern, man. Felton, the center fielder, did his thing. Jaden Jones, good game, man. So 1-for-1 for us for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah. Jackson State fought Alabama State really well.
Yeah. Moving on to that Alabama State, man. I'm still 2-for-2 on that on the brackets on Alabama State. Jackson State, man, was a really good hard fought game by both teams. Came down to the end.
7-6.
7-6 with the score.
Bottom 9.
Yeah, bottom 9. Yeah, they had a chance with the meat of their lineup up, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Heck of a game by Alabama State.
Big strikeout at the end when they brought their reliever in. Big strikeout.
Yeah.
They struck Eichelberger out.
Yeah. They brought in their closer, man. They came in and did their thing. But Alabama State, man. So Bethune won. Alabama State beat Jackson State to put us ahead right there. And then
Southern.
Then that put us at the bottom, Roy. Fam versus Southern, man. Brody Propel, man. A catcher for FAMU is legit, man. Kid legit, man. Kid can swing it, man. Kind of opened up the game with that big time bomb when we was leaving, going to the SEC tournament. Southern just couldn't hang on today. Through 7 was a great game with Nick. 10-2, with 10-3 for Southern pitcher. Trying to hold on, but man, FAMU just was a little bit too much today, man.
FAMU's a tournament team too, man.
No, they play well throughout the tournament.
Yep, postseason guys.
Yep, they postseason team, man. Shout out to the coaching staff for preparing them, man. So FAMU won their game. And then right now, Arkansas Pine Bluff versus Grambling, man. Grambling jumped out on Pine Bluff hard, man.
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 when we left. We had to come. Yeah, going into the third right now. I just got a tip from Dez, man, saying Pierre doing it right now. So Grambling came out hot, man. Grambling is a tournament team.
Absolutely.
MVP HBC All-Star, Shannar Brown hit a massive bomb, man, in that first inning to kind of propel Grambling to get that lead. But, man, UAPB looked like a better team, man.
Yeah.
Shout
out to UAPB. This is the first time they made the postseason tournament, man,
in a minute.
In a while.
Yeah,
so,
in a minute, man. They
shout out to the new head coach.
Yeah, Stout, man. They doing a good job over there. The talent looked good. They swinging it well. Man, shout out to the SWAC tournament, man. Let's get into the question we got today for our people, for our fans. I know, on Facebook, everybody was talking junk about looking at the SWAC crowd versus the SEC crowd. And you have other people saying, hey, man, the SEC is special and different. Why can't the SWAC be special, man? We in a black city. We in Birmingham, legendary Rickwood Field. Why can't we pack out stadiums, man? We always talk about support and wanting others to support us. But how can we get to a situation where we support ourselves? Because at the end of the day, if you look at the overall arching idea of pro teams, leagues, etc., they're only as good as their fans, right? If the Braves don't have fans, it won't be no MLB team, right? Or super fans support it. If you're in Atlanta, if the Falcons don't have fans, it won't be the Falcons. They're gonna move it outside the city to places that want a sports team. That's why certain cities don't have sports teams, because they don't support. So how can we want much out of the SWAC, SIAC, when our fans, our fan base is mostly minority, hopefully black. But for me, what we tell people, I want black, white, or purple to come and support the games. How can we expect people to support us, man, when we don't support our own and pack out the stadium, man? We go over to the SWAC, the SEC today. Everybody's jolly. They got tents out there. They got tailgating. It look like a football tailgate. Can't ask for a better situation out there. Then when we walk in, if you look at the picture that we have on Facebook, man, every seat is filled. You talking about 10,000 plus. I don't want to hear because it's hot. It's during the day. That was at what time was that?
That was about
3 o'clock, man. The heat of the day. Nowhere to sit. Fans are packed. And then we go back over to the SWAC tournament, man, and every seat is doggone empty, except for family and friends, and a couple of students that they had that came out, man. So you talk about 10,000 plus compared to 150, man. So what can we do to pack out stadiums and crowds, and not go to the extent, man? Shout out to the Savannah Bananas. The Bananas has found a formula to put butts in seats and give everybody opportunity to eat, man. Everybody who may not make it to the MLB, those guys and those that organization have put a product on the field where these guys get an opportunity to feed their families, create salaries, but also, man, create another another game that people want to, enjoy and see. How can we do that in the minority community and put us into a better situation? If you look at this picture right here that our producer just put up, this is what the SWAC looked like. I mean, the SEC looked like today, man. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at the crowd, man. It's crazy out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The sun, it's no shelter over the top of them, man. There's no shelter over the top. Them folks in the sun, not complaining, having a good time, man. If you look at that demographic, most of it's gonna not be black people in the crowd, except for a few. But they're going and enjoying baseball, enjoying high caliber baseball, and supporting probably the team that they either graduated from, fans of those schools, or just love baseball, man. And this right here is a comparison right here to the SWAC, man. This was in between games. It was a little bit more people that trickled in, man. But man, we're not putting ourselves in a situation to support our own and pack out these stands, pack out the SWAC tournament and see how much more support you get or how much more money we can put into the programs, right? If we can't put no money into the programs, and it's a non-revenue sport, as Reggie can kind of attest, being a college coach, it's hard to get new things.
Yep,
we talk about fields, we talk about NIL paying players. Where the money coming from, right? You kind of can attest, to Tuskegee. You guys start building a following in crowds. What can you do? What can we do to put more butts in seats? Because that is the change that's needed in black baseball.
Yeah, I think first off, just using my situation at Tuskegee, it was all about a mental shift. Most times we associate fun, entertainment, culture with certain sports.
Right.
Culture is culture.
Yeah.
Whether it's at a basketball game, football, baseball, hockey, it doesn't matter. If it's our culture, it's our culture.
Yep.
And I think if we can first mentally shift our mindsets, we start to see a winning recipe.
Yep.
So we were bringing, certain type of demographic entertainment around, our games. And then also we had alumni that started to buy in. It has to start with the schools.
Yeah, for sure.
That's first off.
For sure.
Alumni, understand that, hey, it's SWAC tournament.
Yep.
Every year, this is an annual thing. And I think it also will help if we can kind of get consistent on the locations.
Yep.
That'll help the demographic.
Promoting it a little bit more.
Promoting it and getting out into the communities and connecting with the schools, the organizations,
yep.
That are here locally. I think we could kind of make a change, but again, it's got to start with a mental shift.
Yeah.
And we have to want to support it.
No, for sure. I think we got to start pushing more as whoever's running the event, if it's the SWAC, if it's the SIAC, people just not going to come out just because it's a baseball game, a football game, whatever. You got to promote and get these guys out and ladies out to the experience. And hopefully they have a good time and come back and tell other people, what we're trying to do with Minority Prospects. We merge with our entertainment company, Takeover Entertainment, is merging entertainment and baseball and softball. So next week we got a Battle of the Bands on Thursday, to kind of welcome everybody to the weekend, HBCU All-Star weekend in Charlotte and Kannapolis. And then on Saturday, we gonna do a pregame, kind of like a homecoming field. Got vendors. We gonna do a live band. We doing everybody in the South right now stepping, line dancing, man. Where the fans at, man? We going crazy. And then we going to the home run derby, and then the game. The softball game at Stick Williams Dream Fields, man. Shout out to Morris Madden. And then we doing the same thing on Saturday in Kannapolis. 3:30, we doing a free kids clinic. Let's pack it out in Charlotte. In Kannapolis. And then we moving into home run derby, fastest man, and then we moving into the HBC All-Star game. And then at night, man, we got fireworks, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we're trying to merge entertainment with sports and baseball to create a more cool environment. But at the end of the day, guys, if you don't support, right? If we can't come out to Charlotte and Kannapolis and put 7,000 in the seats and see how much more support and how much more sponsors we can get to support and help out everybody else in the world, right? But if nobody shows up, just like, right now the SWAC tournament, which is, I think we'll build on Friday and Saturday. But if it's not a packed crowd, that's why they keep moving it, right? That's why things keep moving, trying to figure out how can we get, people to come out and support, right? But if you're looking on all our things that we do, people be like, I want to support, but you know what I mean? You're not going to miss
I say this,
the concerts.
Just from a business perspective, we'll give them an internal look. I deal with the sponsors a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing the sponsors ask is, how well is it attended?
Yeah, for sure.
How well is it supported?
Right.
And the thing I make sure we explain to them when we're on those meetings is, hey, we try everything under the sun to help ourselves before we ask for your help.
For sure.
And so, for them to say, how well is it attended? Is it supported? Is the community engaging in it? That just goes to show you, man, most of those companies don't want to, incorporate big money or support behind our student athletes, our events, until we're showing support ourselves.
Yeah. People, not like you say, people sponsor Dick's and Adidas and these different sponsors sponsor people because of wanting to connect with a crowd and maybe a different audience that they may not have.
Absolutely.
Right. So if there's no different audience, why would I put $100,000, $50,000, $10,000, $500? Why would I put money into something if, at the end of the day, when you talk about sponsors, Reg, or what they're gonna ask really is, what do I get back?
Yeah.
Right. If I give you this $10,000, right? How can I get this $10,000 times 10 and make it back on my end?
Yep.
Right.
Or at least get the traffic.
Yeah, at least get the traffic for them to buy something.
And engage.
Yeah, they got to be able to buy something. You know what I mean? That just is what it is. So I think we're not looking at it as people the right way to support. If, like you say, if you go out right now, if you come to an HBCU game and pack it out 7,000, Friday, Battle of the Bands, and then 3,000 at the softball game, and then 7,000 again at the baseball game, you'll create a lane for sponsors to run and try to attach themselves into an event that would be unlimited. And then you'll talk about a nest of funds where if it's APS, the DeKalb high schools, or if it's Mecklenburg County, we can give back and create some opportunities. Absolutely. We talk about funding. We talking about supporting the bands that's coming. We talking about supporting the local organization. But how can somebody support if they don't have the funds or the support to do so? You know what I mean?
And we always talk about, and this is not everybody, but we hear chatter a lot about wanting certain things, but it seems as if like that fan base sometimes forgets that it takes dollars. So if we can get you in the seats, we can have more of an experience. So fan base is super important, man.
Yeah, fan base, everything, man.
It's the ticker to everything else, propelling and excelling, through the roof, man. So we gotta do a better job at getting it out as event planners and conferences, but the people have to respond and actually come out, man. Our people got to come out more.
Yeah, man, we got to come out and support and make a statement in 25, man. So anything that's minority in the baseball or softball realm, let's support it wholeheartedly. If we got 80,000 plus on our social media on Instagram, we got 20,000 plus on Facebook and hundreds of thousands on TikTok, everything like that. If everybody supported everything, think how crazy that a business can grow and how much you can support everybody else, man. So, we ain't here to preach, but sometimes you need to hear it, right? We always think that, it's talking, blah, 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 blah. No, man, you got to come out and support, man. Support these HBCUs and these kids, because at the end of the day, this is one of the biggest avenues for our minority baseball and softball players to play the game that they love, and support these HBCU institutions, man. And y'all haters out there, man, stop hating on us, man. Talking about why we at the SEC, bro. What you mean? We got players that was in our All-American games. We got other minorities that need support.
We serve
not just because
HBC.
Not just because they're at a PWI. We got to support the Trey Phelps, who hit a triple his first at bat, man, at Texas. Versus who they played? Georgia played, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to support the Witherspoons at Oklahoma, the two brothers pitching. Mm-hmm. We got to support Jason Walk, man, the center fielder. Terrence Kill, LeBron at Alabama, man. Area Antigua, Jay Abernathy at Tennessee, man. We got to support all these guys. Because at the end of the day, man, they're part of our niche too, man. The mid-major schools, every player in the country, man, is under our umbrella to support, man. So we have to support everybody. Our goal is to elevate at the highest level, man. And we just ask for everybody to support, man. 30 days of streaming, man. We hungry, man. We've been up since 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, man, and to cover these guys, man. I got to put up Shannar Brown before we go get something to eat. I got to put up Shannar, man, for going crazy, hitting the bomb.
Good to see him turn it on on that back half of the season. Yep. Shannar Brown, Grambling. Grambling State, first base?
Yep, man. Shout out to Shannar, man. Shout out to the SWAC teams, man. Let's go back up to the bracket real quick before we go, and see what we got for tomorrow. The two losers play each other. It's a double elimination. Mm-hmm. So the two top you have. This is the bottom right here. Florida. FAMU in the winter. So I'm guessing right now, if we go up now and be playing Grambling. Who you got on that one right there?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
FAMU, Grambling hot.
Two good postseason teams.
Yeah.
Well coached.
Yep.
Grambling can hit with the best of them when they turn it on.
Yep.
But FAM's gonna do all of the fundamental things right. And
they pitched the freshman today, FAM. Through the freshman today.
I don't know, man. If I had to,
they're gonna go Granger.
That's a tough one.
Grambling probably gonna go Reyes.
That's a tough one there, Coach.
Yeah, that's
you put me on the spot with that one, man.
That's gonna be a tough matchup. I think I went Grambling. But FAMU is hot right now, man.
Yeah, I might lean FAM. And my good friend, Coach Davin Pierre, he'll be mad at me, but FAM's hot, man.
Yeah, FAM is hot, man. They playing
and
well.
They want to beat the reigning champ.
Yeah, for sure.
Grambling's the reigning champ. They have a big target on their back.
Yeah. So if UAPB and Southern, who you got? Yeah,
I got Southern, man.
I got Southern bouncing back.
I got Southern. I think Chris Crenshaw and his guys are gonna be ready to go after a disappointing loss today. So I got Southern. Yeah,
they're gonna bounce back. So that'll go into the winners loser bracket right now. So you got FAMU advancing. I got Grambling. I got Grambling advancing, and then we both going with Southern. At that bottom beat UAPB. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the top right here. Let's go to the top. Alabama State versus Bethune. Who you got?
Ooh, that's another drag out battle, man. That game could go either way. Both have very respectable pitching in lineups. Alabama State's hitting it well right now. A lot of extra base hits, man. That keeps pressures on pitchers. So. But Bethune's pitching well.
Yeah, they pitching
so
well.
So they can slow that lineup down. So, that's a tough one, man. We do a lot in Montgomery. Montgomery's almost a second headquarter, man. But I'm gonna go for what I call the upset and go Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman, man. I think I got Bethune-Cookman winning it this year, so I got to stay with Bethune. The internet gods will kill me if I renege. But that's gonna be a really good game. We'll be there tomorrow. Bethune versus Alabama State, man. Yeah, Alabama State hot.
That could go either way.
Yeah. And then who you got getting eliminated tomorrow?
I know we said UAPB.
And then you got who the second Alabama State. Bethune beat Texas Southern versus
Jackson State plays
Jackson State.
So Jackson State will play Texas Southern. So I got Texas. I got Texas Southern going home.
Yeah, I got Texas Southern going
home.
I got, man, shout out to Jaden Jones and all my guys at Texas Southern, but I got you going to the crib. Yeah. I got to go with Jackson State after a tough loss tonight, man. So 30 days of straight streaming. Prove us wrong, man. Get your ticket, minorityprospects.com. HBCU All-Star game next week, man. Let's pack it out. Thursday, Battle of the Bands. Friday at Stick Williams Dreamfield. We have Minority Softball Prospects starting at 5 o'clock p.m. We'll get our R&B line dance and live performance going on. 6 o'clock, we got the Home Run Derby Fastest Lady. Then MSP softball game at Stick Williams Field. Home Run Derby. Not Home Run Derby. Thursday, again, the Battle of the Bands is in Kannapolis, Cannonball Stadium. Man, make sure you show up. Doors open at 6:30. 7 o'clock will be the.
And shout out to all the HBCU coaches that we're bringing in this year to be honored and celebrate their legacy, man.
Yeah, so shout out to all the coaches, man. We
gotta keep our coaching staff going to the coaches.
Yeah, our coaching staff will be the coaches, man, of the respective schools. And then Saturday, man, let's pack it out, man. Charlotte, don't be the city. Charlotte, Connecticut, don't be the city that don't break over 500 kids for the kids clinic. Don't be that city, man. Houston was crazy. Atlanta, you already know, always is a zoo. Come on, Charlotte.
Birmingham, the first one.
Birmingham had a good crowd. Let's go, man. Kids, we'll have something for you all day. Shout out to Dick. Shout out to all our sponsors, Player Alliance, Adidas, and then Home Run Derby, Fastest Man, HBCU All-Star Game, and then fireworks, man. So minorityprospects.com.
Before you sign out, man, shout out to us coming up on our 5 year.
5 years, man. This year 5, guys.
It's hard to retain this thing and build something from the ground, man. That's another thing. Yep. So shout out to 5 years.
Year 3.
Yep.
With Minority Softball Prospects. Shout out to Kim. Shout out to Run.
Yep. All of our staff.
Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Dez, Tony,
Helping
Jarrell, Chiquita, Messiah.
Yep.
Always gonna say that in every episode, man. Shout out to the team. Shout out to our wives, man. Aziza.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to our badass kids. Alexandria, Tamia, Alexi.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate the support.
Tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be probably back in our respective cribs. I'll be back in Atlanta, ready to be back in Montgomery. Probably, man. I don't know. We may stay another night, man. Just
see how this baseball goes.
Yeah, depending on how this baseball world go, man. Shout out. We'll see you at the SEC tomorrow, and we'll see you at the SWAC, man. So tuning out, man. ALEX Wyche Show. Reggie Hollins, ALEX Wyche. We're going to go get some grub, man. So
gotta eat.
Yeah, man.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out here, man.
minorityprospects.com, man. Go get your tickets. Appreciate you.